What's up? I was just doing the dishes and I started thinking, why is it that so many people tell me, and why is it that I've experienced that when I really like a girl, uh, it's always the girl that I don't like that ends up getting attraction for me or ends up being attracted to me. And then it's the girl that I like that ends up getting like pushed away or that I don't end up developing attraction with. So why does that happen? Well, I just thought of three reasons while I was doing the dishes and kind of just reflecting and thinking in my mind. One reason is we literally just don't go for that girl. We want everything to be perfect with that girl that we like, so we don't actually go for her. We don't actually make a move. We don't actually start talking to her more because we want to talk to her. We end up avoiding talking to her because we don't want to say something to her that would screw it up. But the only way that we're actually going to develop attraction between us and her is by talking to her more and being ourselves around her. So that's one reason. Another reason is because we end up getting kind of needy around this girl, right? Because again, we don't want to screw things up with her. So we don't talk to her a lot. And we make sure that everything we say is filtered and we make sure everything that we say is good. And she ends up not really finding out who we are as a person because we end up like holding back our personality. And I find that, I was thinking about this and I was like, okay, why do we do this? Why do we hold back our personality? We create an image in our head of this person that we like based off of a few things, right? Like maybe we like their energy. Maybe we like their smile. Maybe they were nice to us once. They said like one nice thing. Maybe we just find them physically attractive. There's something pretty about this person. And we find them pretty. And we create this, our brain fills in the blanks of everything else and creates this story that if we, someday we will just like fall in love with her. Or we like, if we started dating, we would be the perfect match. Our brain starts to create all these things like, oh, she's this way, she's that way. And the truth is, we don't really know because we haven't dated her yet, right? Or we haven't been in a relationship with her. Even if you've been on one date with a girl that you really like, or two dates, or three dates, you don't actually really know her. So our brain likes to fill in the gaps and just create this story that's actually not true. So in order to not be so needy with this girl that you like, you have to recognize that your brain is creating that story. And then what I like to do is reconnect to what I'm actually doing with my life. Because a lot of times, you've probably felt this before, you're working on yourself. You're on your purpose. Maybe you're building a skill. You're doing cool things with your life. And then you look like you appear very ambitious because you are. And then maybe the girl that you like actually does like you. And maybe she comes and talks to you. But then you start to get distracted from the stuff that was making you, the ambition that was making you attractive in the first place. And you start to let go of that. So what I like to do is catch that story that I'm telling myself about that girl that I like, and then recenter myself to, again, the very reason she was attracted to me in the first place, but recenter myself also just to my life purpose, just to what I was working on that made me that guy. So those are three reasons, just to reiterate. One is that you don't actually go for that girl. You have to actually talk to her, just like you talk to everybody else. Because that's the only way you're going to develop some kind of relationship with her, is by actually talking to her, actually going for what you want and not holding back. Like not holding back asking her out when you want to ask her out, not holding back just getting to know her when you want to get to know her. And stop like filtering everything. Like it's good if you say something that's off. You're being human. So the second reason is you create a story in your head without actually getting to know her. You create a story in your head about her and it makes you fall for her even more, even though you're not really falling for her. You're falling for the image that you've created in your head of her. So you actually have to find out who she is. And the third thing is, the third reason is we often become distracted from our purpose, from what we're doing with our life that may have caused the attraction with her, or that did cause the attraction with her. If there's attraction between you and her in the first place, we're basically sacrificing ourselves in order to like if you're a man, you definitely understand this. You definitely understand like when you get a crush on a girl, it's very distracting. And then Like, let's say you're younger and you're like on the track team or something. You like stop putting all of your effort into track, and then you just like start putting effort into thinking of what to say to her. Or you're in college and you stop putting efforts towards your studies and start thinking of how to make things work between you and her. Or you're older and you stop focusing on your career, you stop focusing on these like hobbies that you're building, these skills that you're building with yourself and or for yourself, and you start putting more attention into her and how to make things work between you and her. And the whole time you're just sacrificing who you are. So she's not going to be attracted to you. She's because like what are you? You're not even being yourself. You're just distracting yourself from your purpose, from your life, and just trying to overthink how to make things work between you and her. So you have to make sure that even if you got those feelings, like catch yourself creating a story. If you're creating some kind of story about her, do go for what you want though, but only based off of what you know about her, you know? Just be curious about finding more out about her. Don't just create a story in your head of like what she's actually like. Notice if you're doing that, and make sure that you are aligned with who you want to be. Keep on your purpose. Keep doing things that make you you. Keep building the skills that you want to build in life. And you'll be a valuable man that her or some other woman that's the kind of woman that you want to date is going to be attracted to you. There's people outside looking at me. Film. There's people outside across the yard in the other apartments looking at me, and they're like, what is this guy doing? I don't give a